Oh, wow. When all that foliage dies, it'll create a nice pocket of space for larger herps to come in here and curl up. And a couple nice boards here on the side of the road. Oh, there's a dead toad right there. Right here, a big spider nest. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we will be going over my personal way that I believe works best for attracting snakes and herping, so to speak. And if you're new to herping, herping is basically the idea or the activity of going out and actively searching for reptiles and amphibians. So yeah, I'm going to be taking you guys out. I did actually already film this episode, but I wanted to film a little intro for you guys to give you an idea of what we'd be doing. You know, this is exactly what I'm looking for. In fact, this is the best thing we could find right here. Corrugated iron, some call it. Herpers usually just call it tin. And this is the best stuff to put out to attract snakes, other herps, because it holds heat well, holds in moisture on the ground for them. And man, these plants are brutal. And it's perfect for building a little home for them, basically, and attracting them. So we're going to try and get some of this tin, put it in the back of the truck, and then we'll find some spots in a day or two where we can lay out this tin, and in a few months to a year, maybe, we'll be able to come back and find snakes there. So that's the plan, at least. We'll see how it goes. Oh, wow. Bunch of rodents. Holy cow. Sorry, buddy. And the area we're in is getting developed very quickly. So, you know, even if I leave it here, somebody's going to come in and get rid of it all. And all these animals are going to have to go anyways. It's the sad truth, but that's just how it is. So I might as well come in and take it now before they come in and clear it out, whoever that is. But it's a nice little, nothing crazy, but nice little slab right here we could take. You can see just there how animals are using it for cover. And that's why snakes love it too, because it attracts rodents as well. So their favorite prey. Here we go. Got some tin here to check out. No snakes. And this is unfortunately a little too big to put in the back of my car, but I see a couple smaller pieces right here we could probably get back there. All right, got a couple pieces in there. Awesome. These will do really well. There's definitely some more over here, so I'm gonna go look around a little more, poke around a bit. Maybe we'll see an animal or two. Maybe a herp, who knows? But getting some really good stuff. This is exciting for me because I can get to set up some spots in the area that'll hopefully produce snakes and other herps in the near future. All right. Get a couple really solid pieces here. I'm actually shocked how good some of the stuff is that we found. Just lifted this piece here. Big old rodent nest, and there's actually one in there right now. Gotta be careful. I'm sure there are rattlesnakes somewhere in the area here. Gotta be careful where I put my hands, really. I hear some rodents running around right here. Where'd he go? Probably under this. Where did it go? Is there one? Oh yeah, there's a bunch in here. Wow. Whew. Oh wow. Bunch of rats. It's a little sketchy. Not trying to catch no new rodent-borne disease, if you know what I mean. There's rodent poop on everything here. Now let's just grab maybe a board or two from right here. Call it for the day. And then tomorrow, I plan to scope out some spots that we can take our, there's a rabbit, that we can take our tin and boards and lay them out to track some herps. And a couple nice boards here on the side of the road. Oh, there's a dead toad right there. Right here, got a big spider nest. Wow. Big sack spider of some kind right here. There it is. I'm gonna take maybe this one and that one right there. Looks like pretty solid boards. Some little isopod colony right here too. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to go. Sorry, little guys. All right, got a beautiful new spot here for this big old board. I like too that has these little pieces on the underside of it to create some space for larger snakes to get up under. Rattlesnakes, big coach whips, rat snakes, things like that. We also have a nearby creek over here, which is a great area to lay down cover like this, because creeks attract all sorts of wildlife, including a lot of the animals the snakes eat: rodents, lizards, amphibians. So this should hopefully be a good area to set up some tin for the future. I doubt it'll produce for, at least a few months. It takes time for these things to really marinate, so to speak. So good spot though. I think I might try to lay out a couple more pieces in this area. And then, yeah, basically you want some nice, if you could get a little bit of forest right along the edge of a field, that is a great place to lay out tin. And preferably, as I mentioned, near some body of water. But I think this will be a really good area. And I guess we'll find out soon enough. Hopefully. Got another one right here. Just in the sun, but has a little bit of shade from these trees. Seems like a good spot for it. It's like 35 degrees, so I don't really expect to flip anything substantial, but might as well do a little flipping while we're here. Can't hurt, right? So we have spots like this where there's just already roadside trash piles here. People just stop on the side and drop off all their junk. We have boards right there. We can just spread those out back here in the forest a little bit, you know, right on this kind of forest edge, and that should, I think dispersing them will really help hopefully attract some snakes. So let's give it a go. I chose this spot here for this big piece because there's a nice little gap under here. And when all that foliage dies, it'll create a nice pocket of space for larger herps to come in here and curl up, like a large rattlesnake, rat snake, or anything like that. You got some nice foliage too around. Don't know if there's water near here. I'm assuming there's a good chance there is, but either way, you can still find snakes. Water's not absolutely necessary, but maybe this will produce in a few months. It's starting to pour a little bit, so I'm not going to stick around much longer, but I laid a thin board here, as you can see. And then I want to try to do some layers because I don't know that that'll be enough to really attract somebody. So I'm thinking right here, got a little gap on the ground here. Good for some of the bigger snakes. And then this little board. Right there. Oh wow, look at all those isopods. And hopefully we'll get some stuff coming here. Also, to ensure that your flips can withstand harsh weather and to make sure they don't get ruffled around, moved, you want to put something heavy over top of them. Really hold them down a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but just enough to keep them from getting blown away in a rough storm or anything like that, hopefully. Here's a nice board. I'm not going to move this, but looks worth checking. Doesn't look like anybody's home. Hope this one was informative enough for you guys. I wanted to do something a bit different, you know, help out those, once again, that are just getting into this hobby, or maybe, you know, maybe herpetology as a career. It can be extremely rewarding, extremely exciting if you put in the time to, you know, go out and set up these different structures for these animals to congregate, because really they like to use the structures for warmth, and they, you know, they can regulate their body temperature. Also, it attracts their prey. So with king snakes, that might be other snakes. With rat snakes and other species, that might be rodents. There's, you know, it'll attract frogs, which a lot of snakes eat, all types of stuff. So structure is amazing. Tin and the boards that you saw in this video are some of my favorite to lay out. Of course, you can't always be picky. Sometimes you just have to get what you come across. You could always go out and buy this stuff, but it's not exactly cheap. I do not buy it personally. I like to go out and find this stuff where I can, especially in Central Texas. You have tons of abandoned structures. As long as you're not trespassing on somebody's property, and you're not, of course, laying it out in some random place and you know, littering, so to speak, it can be a very, very fruitful way to get started in your herping career. But we'll see you next time. Say bye, hon. She's ready to go inside. See ya.